can't we have anything? Why can't I watch a simple game of football on the weekend without being put through a roller coaster of emotions? Why? I just want to wake up on a Saturday early morning, 12:30 kickoff, and enjoy my team play football at home. But Tottenham Hotspur are determined every week to say, hey, if you think you can enjoy, brace yourself, strap in, suit up and lace your boots up. It's wartime. Every week, nothing can ever be done simple around here. Nothing can ever be done simple around here. Tottenham 2, Manchester United 2, and this is now another home game Spurs have not won this season. That is now one home win for the season. Do you know when that home win came? Opening day of the season against Burnley. Against Burnley. Since then, lost to Bournemouth, lost to Aston Villa, drew at home to the worst Wolves side in Premier League history, lost to Chelsea embarrassingly, and couldn't even hold on to the lead in this game despite making a comeback. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tottenham Hotspur. What an institution, brother. What a game as well, man. That's one of those frustrating games, man, honestly, because first half, brother, coming into this game even, I'm thinking, we beat these lot 4 times last season. I know it was under Ange, I know it was a different era, but if there's one thing we've shown is we've got these lots number at the moment. Let's come into this and make it comfortable for ourselves. Let's not make this a long, arduous affair. Because we saw midweek against Copenhagen, I said, hold on, Frank might have unlocked something. He's realised the importance of the left-hand side and having Udogie there.
I don't believe what I've just seen. I don't actually believe what I have just seen. 2-1 up in the 95th minute. All you have to do is defend a corner. All you have to do is defend a set piece. We were 1-0 down for 85% of the game, 90% of the game. We scored 2 late goals. The Richarlison taking off his shirt curse continues, and we fall apart and completely bottle it. People are saying you can't call it a bottle job. You have one corner to defend, and we fall apart yet again. 84th, 91st minute, and then we concede in the 96th. This football club at times, I really, really struggle to find positive sides watching this football club at times. That performance for the majority of the game was absolutely piss poor. Absolutely piss poor. Richarlison for majority of the game was diabolical. Brennan Johnson absolutely stinks. Now I know I'll be forever grateful for that night he gave us in Bilbao. But other than that, we spent £100 million on Richarlison and Brennan Johnson. Man United spent £100 million on Cunha and Brian Mbeumo. Look at the difference in quality.
Brother, it's like they're handing out Class A and alcohol with this Spurs season ticket, because supporting this team is taking years off my life, fam. This is an absolute roller coaster, and I ain't been on a roller coaster since I learned how to build. Fam, I can't take it. Let's be honest, neither team was great. The first half of football was ours. It was a twerk-off contest for Neil Patrick Harris and Michael Barrymore, fam. They had options. Man United were poor, and Spurs, we weren't great. At this point, both teams should allow us to buy our tickets with food stamps, if that's what we're watching. We needed to win today, but when I saw the lineup, brother, it's like me trying to do a live stream from Yemen. We were set up to fail, fam. I know we got injuries. We always got injuries. It's like when you sign to Spurs, you're part-time sparring with Francis Ngannou, fam. It has to be. Honestly, we got no luck. We got no love. Like Eminem and Lil Wayne, fam. No love. I'm not delusional. We lost 22 games last season. We were getting touched home and away. Premier League keyboard. We were victims. But this season, we're undefeated in the Champions League, in the top 4, and we didn't do nothing in the transfer window, fam. We went into that transfer window with universal credit dealings, fam. Yes, you have to give Frank credit, but at the same time, the football needs to improve, and so do the decisions. Our home is supposed to be a fortress, but it's like a bando. Man just turn up and do whatever they want. Players blaming the atmosphere. I get it. There's no atmos. There's just fear, fam. Let me tell you this, the fans are singing before the game, when the game starts, but as soon as the whistle goes, bro, these man fall asleep, lad. They're 10 beers in, and it's fossil football certain times. I've heard more noise in a GCSE exam hall than our home stadium. Even when they change the score, you can hear it, fam. I have sympathy for Frank because of all the players that you got missing, bro. But you're making more bad decisions than Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan in their prime.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Another frustrating afternoon at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham 2, Manchester United 2. A result that feels more like 2 points dropped rather than 1 point gained. More points dropped at home. Spurs conceded right at the end against the Manchester United team down to 10 men. And we still look like a team searching for real identity under Thomas Frank. So we have a lot to get into this afternoon to break down that game. I mean, Jack, firstly for you, a point gained or 2 points dropped from the situation we found ourselves in?
Feels like watching Man United, I just came away from that feeling like they're nothing special, or at least that game, they weren't anything special. They felt like a very beatable team. We didn't even play that well, but it felt like we were still actually kind of the better team for a lot of that game. We just were really lacking quality at times, but it seemed like they were there for the taking, really. So in a way, I would say 2 points dropped because of that, because yes, we were able to salvage something. We were able to get back into the game. Then we somehow grabbed a winner with only so many minutes left. Then to concede a late goal in the manner that we did, poor game management, poor defending from the set piece. I think you would probably give a few reasons for 2 points drop. Maybe more positive-minded people might look at it as a point gain, but I just think Man United were there for the taking. And when we did actually get ahead, it felt like it was a possible game to hold on to. It felt like there was realistic expectations. We should have been able to hold on.
We don't deserve anything more than what we got. I can't even be that devastated at the fact we conceded from a 96th minute corner against 10 men, which is embarrassing enough, because what was far more embarrassing was the performance, which all came because of the absolutely unbelievably unfathomable team selection that our manager decided on today. I cannot understand it. If he doesn't come out in the post-match press conference and say, Udogie was injured, Bentancur was injured, Alderweireld was injured, then I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And of course, the moment he brings on Alderweireld and Udogie and allows us to have some balance, we score 2 goals. Pretty much as soon as it happens, because they have chemistry together on the left-hand side, those players. And yet he started with Spence on the left again. And it was so easy for Manchester United. And I said it, for those of you on the watch along, sorry, because you'll have heard me, but I said it when the corner came in the 96th minute, and I said, you know what's going to happen here? Tottenham will Do you know how I know that? Because every time Tottenham have a chance to go second in the league, they And Brennan Johnson, who'd been around all game from corners with Matthias de Ligt, totally loses his man. Totally loses his man. And a lot of you in the chat, I already see, having a go at Vicario for it. I think the ball comes too far for Vicario to come and get it. And at that point, he's coming across his goal. And the reality of it is no player should have a free header at the back post from a 96th minute corner. And I'm going to tell you this, next week, in 2 weeks' time, after the international break, we play Arsenal.
It makes me it makes me have less sympathy for Thomas Frank. Because yes, we do have injuries. Yes, we didn't sign a left winger in the summer. Yes, our attack isn't right now with the players that we've got injured and the players that we got fit. It's not where we want it to be. Yes, we don't have a pass master in the midfield, but there's still enough in this team to put in better performances than we're putting in at home. I saw us a couple of days ago against, yes, weaker opposition, but I saw us be the most fluid we've been all season. I saw us play in a way that we haven't played all season. I saw relationships built or building with certain players. I saw certain dynamics on the football pitch that enabled Tottenham to play a better brand of football at home and therefore create more chances, therefore generate more shots, therefore score more goals. I saw these things. So then to see those things stripped away from the team, even with the injuries, it is frustrating. We sleepwalked for about 80 minutes of that game. Do you know how frustrating that is? We were sleepwalking. We were so poor. We were so poor. So poor. Like, I can't begin to tell you or explain how poor we were. I'm so disappointed in that performance. But I expected nothing less with the lineup. I expected nothing less with the lineup. You're playing Richarlison and Johnson to start. You've put Simmons in the midfield, but you've given him no one to combine with. You've played our right back at left back again, which closes off the left-hand side for us to attack in. I just don't understand it. I don't know what Richarlison did to warrant a start. I don't care that he scored.